Participants of the World Biodiversity Forum 2026 took part in a guided excursion to the historic Stillberg Research Site in the Dischma Valley, gaining firsthand insight into alpine forest ecosystems, biodiversity conservation, and long-term environmental research. Led by Melissa Dawes, the field trip brought attendees to the Stillberg afforestation area, where around 92,000 trees were planted above the tree line in 1975 as part of an ambitious effort to study forest growth and ecosystem resilience in high-altitude environments.
During the hike, participants traversed unmanaged subalpine forests and the afforested landscape, while learning about the history of the site and the scientific research being conducted there. Discussions focused on mountain ecology, tree line dynamics, climate-related challenges, and the role of forests in supporting biodiversity. The excursion covered approximately 7 kilometers through alpine terrain, providing participants with an opportunity to observe environmental processes and research activities in the field.
Participants described the excursion as a valuable opportunity to experience biodiversity research beyond the conference setting. Many expressed interest in learning how the Stillberg Afforestation Project has evolved over the past 5 decades, and how long-term monitoring is helping scientists better understand the impacts of climate change on alpine ecosystems. The event formed part of the World Biodiversity Forum's broader program aimed at fostering dialogue and knowledge exchange among researchers, policymakers, and environmental practitioners working to address global biodiversity challenges.
About 20 people from the World Biodiversity Forum. It's the end of the conference, the last day, and we just had our excursion, or most of our excursion, at the Stillberg Long-Term Ecological Research Site. It's in the Dischma Valley, a few kilometers from Davos itself. It's a north-facing site, and our group of about 20 people, we hiked up. It's about a 7-kilometer hike altogether with about 500 meters elevation gain. And the main target of the excursion was this Stillberg afforestation, where almost 100,000 trees were planted in the 1970s and have been monitored closely ever since. So in the conference, we talked some about biodiversity and how that plays out in the forests around Davos. And then on the site itself, talking about the long-term trajectory of the survival of the trees in the afforestation, as well as some of the experiments that we've done at the site.
Hello everyone, we are now in the excursion trip from the World Biodiversity Forum group. A lot of researchers, scientists, business entrepreneurs, and great corporate service provider. So we just want to know how is their experience. We're already on the top of the mountain, so just want to know. Hi, Igor.
Hello, my friend. I don't feel my legs. I'm cold, I'm wet, and very happy. Yeah, it was an amazing trip. We don't have experience with the wrong way, but we found ours. Yeah, so would like to come back again in the next year.
You say something to the World Biodiversity Forum organizers, what they are overall organizing?
Yes, I understand what a huge work was made by the biologists in this area, and the experiments are really interesting. Yeah.
Great, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Please.
Hi, Potomac
Yes.
24. It's been great to be here from the mountains of Himalayas to the mountains of Alps, Swiss Alps, with our very able guide. And one thing is very clear, that climate change, avalanche happening everywhere, and nature-based local solutions are very important. Here we saw something which started exactly 50 years ago, and now we see how things have changed for the better. So thanks to our guide and also the World Biodiversity Forum, due to which we are here, and we truly enjoyed and learned a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Anna, please. Yes.
Hi, hello. I'm very impressed from the nature here because it's very beautiful and different coverage, like stone, like microgreens, and more trees. There was reforestation in 1950, and the scope was the stop avalanche, and it's very interesting. How to say? Process and the resolution for that problem.
Great. Appreciate. Do you want to say anything to the organizers, especially World Biodiversity Forum actors? It was a big conference, then excursion overall.
All was perfect because I met more people who help us to understand how to grow sequoia in Moldova. This is really very important for us task for this conference in Davos. And if about organization, all perfect, hiking perfect. I don't have the yeah. Thank you.
Can you just tell me a little bit of your perspective? How was the trip?
I think it was a really great excursion from the very start. I was so impressed with the diversity of where everybody came from, and I'm sure that was reflected in the conference itself. And also, I didn't get to talk to everybody, but just the range of types of projects that the people work on, everything from deep sea mountains and the species that occur there to river, macro invertebrates, and everything in between, modeling perspectives. So I was really impressed by that. It was also a very motivated group. I think a lot of people coming from sea level is a challenge and a steep hike, but almost everybody made it to the top and hopefully enjoyed and learned from the experience. I think I learned a lot about just different people's research. So a very enjoyable day, and so far the weather has been good for us.
Great. Do you have any tips for the any upcoming group if they want to come? Because as I remember, we could not follow you, lost the way. So I think it's really my lesson is it's really important to follow the guide.
Yes.
So do you
for
have
sure.
any specific?
Yeah, I think we tried in the description to mention that, it's an alpine hike. Some of the other excursions were a bit more adventurous, but yeah, for when you're coming to the mountains for an excursion, keep in mind the altitude and how that might affect you. And if it's a hike, that you have reasonable equipment. Otherwise, we're happy to accommodate different levels of fitness, and as long as the group is motivated, I think it's good. And stay behind the guide. Hopefully the guide also learns for next time that there are certain places where people might go wrong.
Thank you. Mountain, we are preparing to get back. And I'm Sheikh Akiz once again, one of the Aldi Care Research grantee from the World Biodiversity Forum, also Turner Research Award from the University of Baltimore. I'm really grateful of my overall experience. It's really fantastic and amazing experience. I have been connecting with hundreds of researchers and scientists and many top of the management of the World Biodiversity Forum, and I got very much appreciation of some of my works and my research. So it's really, really a great experience. I'm really grateful again. And as a Bangladeshi, I'm originally from Bangladesh. My country celebrated a lot, especially my family and friends. It was covered in some leading newspapers, local and leading. So it was really nice celebration. I shared on social media. It's very good engagement, and I really, really feel very good overall. And it's really huge experience. It's not only research, but also connection, relation. I made some friends. He invited me to go to Dubai, Moldova. So yeah, it's really very nice experience. Thank you so much. Also, I forgot to mention, I met a friend from Kenya, Samuel, my roommate. It's a really fantastic experience, very good relation and bonding. We slept all together at night, and yes, it's a new place, new feelings, new journey. So thank you so much, everyone. See you again next conference.